Gratatat. Gratatat. What's good, y'all boys? Damn, I'm gonna drop the whole P5. What's good, y'all boys? Though, what's good, man? That boy Tommy G Ski, and dropped another banger inside of Swat and Drug Task Force. Great. I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy. Free little Kodak, you already know that. I ain't gonna lie, they hit Kodak with that Swat. I was down there in shitty. I don't remember how old I was, but I remember I was shitty, nigga. But I ain't gonna lie, Max, shut up, nigga. I'm not watching you right now. I ain't gonna like, oh, bro, shut up. Shut up, bro. My bad for that minor inconvenience. My bad. I was just trying to get the sound right. I'm not editing it either. Oh, God, nigga. I love y'all boys, though. Appreciate y'all for clicking. We finna get into this video. Shout out Tommy G Ski. Real dog. Like, Tommy G Ski, one of the best channels on YouTube. Hands down. Like, dinner probably might be my, like, besides all, like, no, it ain't no besides. YouTube today, yes, Tommy G Ski. I would say my all-time GOAT, DDG, but today, Tommy G Ski is damn near like, where the best YouTube outlet. Like, look what the inside of SWAT and Drug Task Force. Other day, nigga was just with the Latin Kings. Tomorrow, nigga gonna be with BDs, nigga. Thursday, he finna be with the GDs, nigga. Like, like, come on, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like, content crazy. Oh God, I would never do it though. But like, he like real life. It's like a movie. I'm watching a movie, nigga. We watching a TV show together right now, man. Like, you feel me? What are we watching right now? My bad. When the glaze, yeah, I'm glazing. On God, my bad, Tommy. You gotta like, come on, though. Talking about we finna go in Memphis. You know it get wicked. These niggas ain't giving shit. You know they was straight pimping hoes. Boy, in Memphis, they was going stupid.
You might be wondering how I got here. Initially, I took a
road
trip
yapping.
to Memphis where I was going to be working with a nonprofit called We Fight Monsters to cover a story on human trafficking. But my friend at the nonprofit, Ben Owen, said, well, if you're going to be coming to Memphis, you might as well meet my friend Johnny Carter. He does undercover drug busts here. So of course I give Johnny a call, and like any true pal would, he invited me to a raid. You see, Johnny happens to be the director for West Tennessee Drug Task Force, so he has the pull to actually invite me.
Like any nigga would, huh? He invited you where?
If you're coming to Memphis, you might as well meet my friend Johnny Carter. He does undercover drug busts here. So of course I give Johnny a call, and like any true pal would, he invited me to a raid. You see, Johnny happens to be the director for West Tennessee Drug Task Force, so he has the pull to actually invite me to a raid where we'd also be meeting up with members of Memphis SWAT and other law enforcement agencies. Seeing as I've spent much of my career on YouTube covering the criminal side of the coin, I thought this would be an interesting opportunity to interview on the other side and hear their story. And growing up as a bit of a pothead and rebel in high school,
Tommy G Ski does down.
About police partly because I had trouble accepting that someone with a badge had the power to send me to jail for reefer, and partly because I was probably paranoid in my with the badge.
Hey, these girls used to go stupid. God, he really had me in the first half. These girls used to go dummy though.
Because I was probably paranoid in my smoke-filled car. But as I've gotten older and lived in more sketchy neighborhoods, I've come to realize that good and accountable law enforcement is essential to a safe community. So in this episode, we get to witness a raid. I get to ask law enforcement all the sorts of questions you might also want to ask, and towards the end, good old Johnny has to draw his gun, but more on that later. This, folks, is inside an undercover drug bust.
Bro,
let's get into it.
Tommy G, you got your own show, dog. Like, I'm being a light is terrible. My bad, gang. This is crazy. Like, 30 minutes. You just had a whole intro. My bad. I'm crazy. But you just like, we really watching this. I feel like I'm really watching this show, nigga. Like,
more on that later.
Hell am I watching right now?
Inside an undercover drug bust. Let's get into
documentary channel. Like, what channel am I watching, gang? You feel me? Real shit. In Memphis, thugging. Music.
TommyGMcGee.com. Welcome to the underworld, folks.
Put him in that drill. Put him in that drill. 6 a.m. bright and early. That's wicked.
6 a.m. in Memphis, Tennessee. We're going to be taking an inside look into the world of drugs at an angle that we've never seen it before. Usually on the channel, we're the ones interviewing the guy that's selling it, buying it. And this time we're going to be...
Which is crazy. Which is crazy that niggas are so willing, like, to come, like, and talk. Like, mask on or not. I ain't saying, talking about if I'm really in that life.
Shine, they're going to visit you. So, what's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, man?
I'm good to meet you. How are you?
He down there wanting rainy. You know where they at. Like you feel me?
If that vehicle shows up to your house, you know you're
Oh yeah, you know.
Yeah, GG's.
There's no question.
And how many overall men do you think will make this breach?
So there'll be one SWAT team that'll make the breach. Then once the SWAT team secures the house, everybody's in cuffs, they've checked it, they'll do a secondary check. Then the search will start.
Do you get nervous before stuff like this?
Did it for
Yeah, he
26
did it too many
years,
lines now.
Still get nervous every day.
And do we know what we're hitting
Hey,
this
when
guy
you're nervous, though, that mean
for?
you ready. That mean you ready.
And how much we talking?
Ounces.
How much can I make off an ounce of fentanyl?
It's about $20 a button. A button's about 1/10 of a gram. About $5,600. It's a never-ending battle. It's a game of whack-a-mole. You knock one down,
killing folks.
two more pop up.
What was the timeline of when you feel like fentanyl really entered Memphis?
As soon as the states and the government cracked down on prescription opioids, you had Big Pharma. They introduced the opioid pain meds, they introduced the pain scale, and they made pain a right in the hospital, and doctors were giving it like it's the best thing.
That's
since
crazy.
sliced
We on the
bread.
other
And you
side,
had
nigga.
addicts that got addicted to it.
It's crazy hearing law enforcement acknowledge that Big Pharma is the root of a lot of the drug addiction issues
Yeah,
in America.
I heard of
Yet
that.
when you look at things, not one executive has ever served prison time, and all these small dealers are getting busted. It speaks to a growing frustration with Americans that the white-collar criminals can get away with anything and get rich, and the little guys get 10, 15, 20 plus years.
And then everybody cracked down on it. They did away with it. They're not prescribing it as openly as they used to. And cartels, they pay attention to what's going on and they adjust. They're a business. They're all about money.
Niggas on the other side with it.
So
Finna
right now
pull
we're
up on
traveling
some
to
shit.
the
Damn,
hospital.
Tommy, use a op! Tommy, use a op! Tommy done flipped on the guys. Tommy done flipped on the guys, man.
Around how many
It's
men would
GG.
you think
Yeah, Tommy, you done changed up on the guys, man.
Oh, geez.
Then that shitty gang, I ain't gonna lie.
So what we'll do is they'll go in and secure. They'll do their initial entry, the initial search. They'll get everybody
I'm into this,
that's
man.
out
I'm
in
just
the open,
watching.
secured,
See
in
my
handcuffs,
love.
and then they'll do a secondary search for anybody that might be hiding, and then we will start the search.
I ain't gonna
Before
lie.
we see this raid, I want
I'm a running ass nigga, gang. I ain't gonna lie. If I'm in this life, I'm a running ass nigga. If they pull up, I'm running. I don't care, dogs, canines surrounded or not. I'm running. I don't care. I'm gonna give myself a chance. I'm just keeping it a bean. I'm gonna give myself a chance. Get a butter, footers, gone.
raided a few
Catch
times.
me, hey,
This is
real
Fila.
shit.
He was a big Memphis drug dealer and OG.
Fila,
back
you
in
know
the
he
day,
had
and
that
this is
drip on, man. Real Memphis stuff. Pimping.
I had this trap house over on Macklemore, and every night it was a f***ing party there, 7 days a week. It was coke, it was crack, it was seed, man, plenty of money.
Sound like a Diddy party,
Everything. I loved
party.
it.
Sound
So
like a
one night I was
Diddy
inside my
party.
bedroom, and I know the music up front be loud and everybody be partying, but I was f***ing tired. I just had to get some rest. And I woke up in the middle of the night, and it was f***ing quiet, and I'm like, so I get up, and I walk out. My front door, the raw end door was wide open. Next thing I know, when I turn my back, bam, the cops. So they take me to the door, and I look out on the porch, and everybody that was in my house was handcuffed and laying face down on the ground.
They finna do them bad in the rain, bad.
So there's a trap house right next to a sheriff's deputy?
So that's probably why they're not selling as much out of that house and going to other places.
Yes, they're at the front door. They're preparing to go.
That's crazy. Next to a deputy is real deal crazy.
Holy.
Like, he not finna pull out with the Glocky. I know he got the Glocky in the crib. Put the vest on, pop out, nigga.
No, those are illegal now.
Probably for good reason, right?
Oh yeah.
They're breaching the door. They're on.
Yeah, no, not ready. Get your ass blicked.
So he's not complying, or is he coming out?
So I really don't know at this point.
If there was going to be a shootout today, this is the moment when it would happen. For a tense minute, there was a standoff in which all guns were aimed at the house. Thankfully, the suspects decided to surrender peacefully, and after that, the SWAT team conducted their search.
So this is actually a female that's our main target.
Some thick shit. Shout out auntie, shout out grandma, shout out mama, shout out Lakeisha. We just gonna say that. She naked?
Church.
So this is actually a
That's
female.
how I want her though.
That's our main target.
Nah, hey, shout out mama though. Who she is there? She out there making money.
Damn, can you imagine raining out?
Nigga, they was sleep, boy.
And you're taken to jail, and that how many years is a guy like this facing most likely? Like,
So it depends on the amount and their criminal history. Sale of fentanyl's a Class B felony.
They should get the maximum amount of time that it carries. Fentanyl is like playing Russian roulette. You
Killing
don't know
people.
if you gonna hit this shit and you gonna die or not.
Ain't gonna lie, that's the only reason I'm out here in Texas. That's why I ain't bought no gas on nobody, boy. Straight go to the smoke shop. It ain't no, I'm not risking, bro. I don't know you, and I can't. Fuck, I look like trying to hit a blunt, dying, bro. I went to the smoke shop, man.
6:30 a.m. The raid was completed without a hitch. Now the rest of the house is being searched. These people were wanted for selling fentanyl. I guess we've been doing this job covering the underworld long enough that I can say I've never met anyone that I would consider evil. I meet people that make really bad decisions. But you gotta draw a line in the sand. Like, is someone that sells a large quantity of fentanyl?
Fentanyl is
are they
killing people.
evil? Or
Yeah,
just
like
a good person making bad choices? Like, what level of sympathy or grace do you give to somebody like that?
I ain't gonna lie, you
It's easy
killing
from the
people,
outside,
and
like,
you know
oh,
you
the guy
are.
just selling drugs to pay his rent. Like, I don't think it's right, but I get it. Okay, that's one level. Another is, she just sold a dose that killed my brother. Like,
Killing
now it's
people.
personal. Like, how many bodies are attached to this fentanyl?
that's what I'm saying. He probably. I was gonna say that. I didn't want to say it. That's crazy. I didn't want to say it. Right here, it was about right here. I mean, I just want to go to the exact moment. So. I was gonna say as soon as it showed
The
them.
raid was completed without a hitch.
I think it's like right here. I was
Now
gonna
the
say
rest of the
he
house
probably
is
they
being
probably got
searched.
some bodies under their name they don't even know they had, like
People
selling drugs.
We're
Like,
wanted for selling fentanyl.
probably sold it to somebody. They
Yes,
gave
we've
it to
been doing
somebody.
this
Now
job
that
covering the
person is
underworld
dead.
long
Like,
enough that I can say I've never met anyone that
It's
I would
crazy to
consider
think, bro.
evil. I meet people that make really bad decisions. But you gotta draw a line in the sand. Like, is someone that sells a large quantity of fentanyl, are they evil or just a good person making bad choices? Like, what
Selling,
level of
like,
sympathy
poison,
and grace
gang.
do you give to
It's
somebody
crazy.
like that? It's easy from the outsider. Like, oh, the guy just selling drugs to pay his rent. Like, I don't think it's right, but I get it. Okay, that's one level. Another is, she just sold a dose that killed my brother. Like, now it's personal. Like, how many bodies are attached to this fentanyl game? And then, you know, when everything is said and done, how much of this just has to do with poverty and rough situations? We were at a
Smooth
Texas
little
prison
neighborhood.
recently, and not one of those guys came from an upper middle class home with 2 parents in the household. Like, show of hands, who would say they grew up in poverty? Show of hands, how many of you had your father in your life growing up as a kid? How many of you didn't?
but you know one thing. I don't know what time you finna go with this, but you know one thing I believe with this, like a lot of the people who grow up so perfect when they're younger, and it's not even yeah, I'm gonna say the perfect ones, because it's some who grow up 2 parents still molded right. There's some who grow up 2 parent, lawyer, doctor, get whatever you want. Timmy get whatever he been getting wanted since forever. He's still 24, get whatever he want. Now he 26. Luigi Magaloni. Life is real, and now he gotta struggle on his own. Now he real, and then he don't know what to do. But you feel me? Word, he ain't never been in that struggle for real. So now it's word. You feel me? You get to struggling. This my back hurt. Motherfuckers deny me. Hell yeah, it's wicked. But like, gang, it's not easy. You feel me? Like, you ain't gotta be out here blinking. That's why I feel like the people who grow up so like privileged end up like just having like bad snaps, like, or like crazy incidents you see on the news. Drunk driver kills 8 people. You know what I'm saying? Like
Sir,
school. You know what I'm saying?
the job of a drug dealer
It'd be
has
like the
been
very.
popularized, has been
I grew up well.
glamorized
I grew up
in
great.
hip-hop and rap.
Touch little kids. You know what I'm saying? I grew up very good. I had a mother. You know,
Like,
like
the hustler is the guy that
but-
people look up to in a community. And is that because rap made it cool, or because
I don't know if
depending on
I'm
what area
tripping,
you're from,
but
that
if
might
you
be
know
the
what I'm
one guy
saying, you
with
know,
some
I
sort of
think I
resources.
know. I don't know if I said it good.
If I'm treating everyone like
That's why I
I'm
stopped
an
talking.
older
Nigga be
brother,
yapping.
and I could give him advice, I don't think I would. Because depending on what area you're from, that might be the one guy with some sort of resources. I don't know. If I'm treating everyone like I'm an older brother and I could give them advice, I don't think I would tell him to do anything
That
that
I
could
do.
result in years behind bars. What amount of money is worth time in prison? Like, even if someone said, I'll give you $1 million, but you gotta go away for 10 years. No.
No.
I wouldn't take $1 million for 1 year.
See, Tommy, you ain't taking a meal for 1 year because you getting money, Tommy. Tommy, you gonna make that meal. You gonna make double that meal that year, nigga. Tommy he gonna triple that meal that year. That's why Tommy don't. That nigga, I ain't gonna lie. You say a year, $1 million. I ain't gonna lie. Lock me up. Put me in that cage. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I do that thing. 365. Where? 365 days to get swole, baby. I'm gonna lock you in my body. I've been wanting to do it my whole life. Now I ain't got no choice, gang. Let's go get money. Come out with $1 million. You too. I just did a year. What are we talking about? I got $1 million too, man. What time you talking about? My bad, gang.
Spoke to were operating undercover, and for this reason, we had to blur their face for their interviews. For the average guy in the streets out there, can you remind them how much of a bad idea having a switch on you is?
Turned it into an automatic pistol, which is an ATF violation, which is a federal crime. You know, and once we do our job, what the actual prosecutors do with it is kind of up to them. The other big problem we're seeing right now, man, is that we're grabbing these dudes and putting them in jail for serious violent crimes, and they're getting out, you know, in a day or two.
Like murder?
Murder. It's all in the news right now in Memphis, man. They're released. They're RORing guys on first-degree murder charges.
What?
13 and 18-year-old charged with deadly murder crime spree. Spree. Nigga probably caught the body, knew it was GG. Said, I'm gonna go, you feel me?
Man, they're released. They're RORing guys on first-degree murder charges.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's in the news. I mean,
because it's innocent till proven guilty, or like, what's the rationale for that?
Their rationale, I think, is that they're like, well, you know, you're innocent until proven guilty, and then they're like, well, this person they arrested doesn't have a job, and they live at home with their mother, or whatever. And I understand a little bit of that. I can empathize a little bit, but when it's a violent felony, bro, and the other thing is,
niggas locked up, gang.
Innocent until proven guilty, but law enforcement, I've been doing this for 18 years, man, and law enforcement, in my opinion, we don't put charges like aggravated assault, aggravated robbery, murder. We don't put those charges on people just with a little bit of evidence to make it probable, right? Probable cause. We don't do that. It is hard evidence, man, because I don't want to, even if we have doubt, we're not going to arrest somebody on a charge like that unless we're firmly convinced that they committed that crime. The repercussions of even just being charged and arrested.
Why is this so relatable to Lil Luigi right now, though? Cause I keep the thing I keep hearing with Lil Luigi is there's no evidence. We
don't put charges like aggravated assault, aggravated robbery, murder. We don't put those charges on people just with a little bit of evidence to make it probable, right? Probable cause. I ain't
gonna lie, at the beginning of this bitch Tommy, I was glazing that nigga.
Even if
I was on other shit.
Not gonna arrest somebody on a charge like that.
I ain't never lied though. This shit a movie.
We're firmly convinced that they committed that crime. The repercussions of even just being charged and arrested, and maybe even being released later and found that you're innocent of it, like that can follow somebody for the rest of their life.
Right now, the people I'm most afraid of are typically like the 15-year-olds. This is Steve Mulroy, the district attorney of Shelby County. He and his team of 110 prosecutors set the tone for how crime is fought in Memphis, the most dangerous city in America. Some in the city praise him.
We really got a term going around, YNs. That's crazy, bro. We gotta do better as niggas, man. As niggas. We all niggas too. That go for the white niggas. That go for the black. Everybody nigga. We gotta do better as niggas, man. Why the fuck is a YN?
Increasing funding for the homeless and ending the illegal practice of 48-hour holds of suspects.
We all young niggas, but like
but
the
others,
term
including some of the
associated,
cops we spoke to, thought he was soft on crime and deserved blame for some of the lawlessness in the city. This is what he tweeted America. Some in the city praise him for things like increasing funding for the homeless and ending the illegal practice of 48-hour holds of suspects without probable cause. But others, including some of the cops we spoke to, thought he was soft on crime and deserved blame for some of the lawlessness in the city. This is what he had to say. Let's dive more into the juveniles, because what I've noticed in travel.
Shout out to bro, he look like a pussy though.
In the city. This is what he had to say. Let's dive more into the juveniles, because what I've noticed in traveling the country and being in some of the craziest areas is it's the younger kids, 13, 14, 15-year-old kids that you sometimes have to be the most afraid of. How do you curb them, but also not just give them a free pass?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm sorry. I just don't like niggas like him. I don't know if it's because he wearing a suit. I don't know. I just like you feel me? Like, boy, like, just hit him with one of those. That's all you
to get out tomorrow and do it again.
There are two particular types of crimes here in Shelby County that we're really concerned about with under 18 crime. One is car break-ins and the other is car thefts. One of the things we're doing to address that problem is we've set up in our office something called the CARS unit in our juvenile court team. And the idea is that the goal is to try to intervene early on with these under 18, but these kids
politics,
politicians.
That's all it is. That's all it is, bro. Okay, so the main issue is, and we're doing this. Okay, and then the other side is, well, this, that, and we're doing this. Like, this, man, our country, our government, bro, like, it's amazing, but like, it's also like, come on, Bit walked out with the Corvette. Bit took out with the Corvette. Bit got loose in the vet. Hold up, yeah, y'all. He was on a mission, Bit. That's a vet, ain't it? Oh, God.
Something called the CARS
Bit
unit
was having
in
a
our
day.
juvenile court team.
But now, you see what I'm saying, though? Like, okay, so the main things we are, like,
curb them,
I don't
also
know.
not just give them a free pass to get out tomorrow.
That's why I don't get into
There are
this.
two particular types of crimes here in Shelby County that we're really concerned about with under 18 crime.
and government.
One is car break-ins and the other is car thefts. One of the
Like,
things
live
we're
your life,
doing
nigga.
to address that problem is we've set up in our office something called the CARS unit in our juvenile court team. And the idea is that the goal is to try to intervene early on where these under 18, but these kids are committing a nonviolent car break-in or a nonviolent car theft. We're trying to intervene before they graduate on to more serious crimes. By the time they come to us, they're already down the wrong path, right? What we really want to do is intervene more upstream, earlier in their lives, where it can be more effective.
The people that are doing the killing,
8 years old, nigga, plays football,
especially
nigga.
the young guys. Like, what is the psychological profile that it seems like there's been such a loss of value in life? What is that?
I don't think a lot of these killings are done with any real thought put into it, right? I think it's an emotional response at a moment's notice.
So impulse control issues?
Very much impulse control. I mean, that's why you're seeing most of these young people that, you know, in their teens that are committing a lot of these crimes. It's impulse control. For whatever reason, I don't think they understand the ramifications and the depth of what they're doing.
Do you think
I think niggas just be living in a moment. I think like niggas be like, I'm 18. You know what I'm saying? Like they living in a moment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I think they be saying the same thing. Like niggas just living in a moment. Niggas don't care. They not thinking about when they're 38. They're 18. He 15. He don't even know what the fuck being 21 is. Like he don't even know what 15. He trying to turn 16. He don't even know what 18. He don't even know what 21 is. You know what I'm saying? I'm 21. I don't even know what 25 is. You know what I'm saying? 30. That's what I think it is. Like niggas just in that moment. Like
They look at it. It just continues, man.
So for someone that
I gotta
says,
work.
like, wow, man, they're just, I don't know, people are in tough situations, poverty.
Bullshit. You're making excuses, man, because you can say it's because they come from, you know,
if you want it, you gonna go get it.
that doesn't give them chances. That's bullshit, man. I don't want to hear that. It's still the United States of America, man. If you make the decision to make your life better, you can make your life
I'm
better.
gonna go get it.
What's going through your head right now?
I'm just glad everybody's safe. We're safe, the bad guys are safe, nobody got hurt, so that's a good day. And then, of course, we found what we were looking for, so that's an even better day.
Were there any weapons found?
No weapons, surprisingly.
How often do you find a switch when it comes to a fentanyl bust?
Switches are all over. The external switches, now they've got internal switches too, which are harder to you have to break the gun down to find it.
Over the course of your career, how many raids, busts do you think you've gone on?
Oh, Jesus. Well over 1,000. I've been in law enforcement.
Bro seemed like a
26
cool
years.
guy. I ain't gonna lie.
Full-time
Shout out Jay Carter.
I do.
Great name too, Jay Carter. I ain't gonna lie, Jay Carter, you's a legend. You's a legend. You's a legend. I'm gonna try to quit pausing, but he's a legend. He's a
Does
legend.
it feel like you have a wild job?
It used to. It's
Nah, that
kinda
shit's
become a
wild,
norm for me
gang.
now. I mean, I still love it.
You just
Still
put up at
excited.
somebody's crib 6 a.m. said I'm
Still,
opening up the
community
door,
service.
nigga. Like, your shit wild, gang. If I ain't gonna lie, if a nigga knocking on my door 6 a.m., I'm gonna wake up
area that we're in right now.
just like that.
If it wasn't raining, we'd have done heard 10 gunshots.
And then walk
So
to the
rain
door,
almost
underwear
stopped the
on, slow as hell.
Rain
I
helped
see the
keep us
ops. That
safe,
bitch not getting
absolutely.
open.
There wasn't any lookouts. There wasn't anybody out. So
off
we're
the
gonna go ahead
balcony
and process
gone.
the evidence, count the money, do some field tests.
I'm telling y'all, bro, I'm a running ass. Bro, I gotta quit pausing, but bro, just know, we in the situation, me and you, whoever on the other side, gang, I'm a running ass nigga, run, gang, cause I'm running, man. We're not, no. They here, I'm gone. It ain't, say no more. Yes,
All right,
I'm
guys,
making
we'll
it
see you at
worse. I don't
headquarters.
care. I don't know, my bad. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even listen to Tummy. But, hey.
You've been doing this for 26
Gone,
years.
man.
How have the last handful of years been different? Or what have you noticed about these last handful of years?
So, back when interdiction first became a thing, back in the, I'd say the 90s, it was pretty much trunk loads. You know, they throw it in the trunk and they take it wherever. So when you stop that car and you pop that trunk, or you look in that bag in the back seat.
Moonshine.
Nowadays, cartels have evolved. They hire people specifically to try to find ways to hide the drugs.
Now, do
Girls.
Memphis gangs come in contact with the cartels?
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
So you think the Vice Lords, the Crips, the GDs,
So it's a
they're
contact
doing
point,
in some
huh?
way business with cartels?
Sure, absolutely. Everybody is, if you think about it. I mean, even the end user is indirectly doing business with the cartel.
How has the game changed in the last couple of years?
Oh, it's constantly evolving. I mean, every day you wake up, it's something new. It's a different way of hiding. It's a different way of selling. It's a different terminology. It's a different drug.
As we were sitting in Johnny's office, the interrogation of the suspects was happening in the room next door, so I peeked around the corner to see if I could hear how it was going. I tried to imagine how the suspects were feeling, knowing that if found guilty, they faced years of their life in prison behind bars. Is there any misconception about your line of work that you'd like to educate the public?
Damn, bro, I
There's a
couldn't
difference
imagine being in
opinion,
that
which is what
room,
makes
gang.
America, America. Everybody has their own
Squeak,
opinions.
squeak, nigga.
Some people think,
Squeak,
oh,
squeak.
the war on drugs, we're never gonna win, and
Yeah.
we should leave these people alone, let them do what they do, and they're not bothering anybody but themselves. Some people think they ought to be locked up and the key thrown away for the rest of their life. Personally, I'm somewhere in the middle there. I think if we can help somebody and we can rehabilitate
Second chances
them,
are
there
definitely
are
deserved.
some people out there that
I think it should be a cap
locked up and
from
keep
sentences
thrown
of
away.
like
It's those evil people that
15 years,
I've stared in the
20
face over
years,
years.
25. After that, it's either life sentence or like they reach that point, and then it's you can go hit the streets again. Like you don't need to serve 58 years. Like fuck is that type of sentence? Like 15, 20 max. Then at that point, it's either life or, you know.
How long can these interrogations
You
go
could
for?
go back out again. We ain't finna
I've had
just
'em
sit
go
you here for
for
32 and a
30
half
seconds to 4
years.
hours.
When people are in the
Type of sentence.
interrogation room, what percentage of them talk and give up information?
So the majority will talk and will give up some amount of information, and that doesn't mean that they cooperate. This year alone, we've seized over a ton of narcotics since
ton.
January 1.
What percentage of that is non-weed tonnage?
Oh, the majority of it's weed.
Do you ever feel like when you bust a house for weed, or you're like, come on, that's weed?
Yes and no. The majority of that came off the interdiction unit, off the interstate. It was coming out of California or Colorado, places like that, coming across. Oklahoma. Oklahoma's a big one now. You were speaking earlier
It's
about
legal
the
in
Chinese marijuana
Oklahoma?
industry, and Oklahoma's ground zero for that.
This person here
They getting out
is
of
trying to
China.
make decisions that would determine how many
Chinese
years of their life
gas.
will be spent behind bars. Let's tell you more about that process. Let's talk about the odds these suspects are facing. If the feds were involved in the raid, the conviction rate in
Dog,
fed cases
ugly
is over
as hell.
95%. If it's just the county involved, their raid, the conviction
Jeffrey Dahmer, nigga. Y'all see that shit, nigga? I see Jeffrey Dahmer, nigga.
rate in fed cases is over 95%.
Shout out Rondo.
Just
Hey,
the
that
county
nigga funny.
involved, the
Hey,
chance
shout
of
out to
decent
bro. That's
offense
him,
might be
yeah.
charged.
God.
However, one thing worth noting is
Rondo,
that
that's
most of these
funny as
cases
hell.
never make it to court. The vast majority result in plea deals. And due to the heavy caseload many courts face, plea deals with reduced sentences are often offered to promote cooperation and accelerate the legal process. Another tactic those charged can expect is an attempt by law enforcement to turn them into confidential informants in exchange for a heavily reduced sentence.
OTF
If they give away
jam!
key evidence, this information can be used to obtain a warrant to raid the next dealer in the chain. The flip side of this,
Free
of course,
dirt,
is
man.
the extreme danger of being found out to be a snitch.
All right, we're going to walk over here. We're going to start going through all the evidence that we recovered from the house. We'll do some field tests. We've got to count the money and go through everything.
What is the true economic opportunity of doing this? Someone running a dope house, what type of money are they making monthly?
Roughly, I'm guessing $15,000.
And due to civil forfeiture laws, is that money now your squad's?
So to speak. There's a whole lot of paperwork and a whole lot of hearings that go along with that. We can't just take your money. We can't just say, oh, it's drug money, let's take it.
Civil forfeiture is the highly controversial practice in which law enforcement can seize the property of someone suspected of a crime. But the thing is, the suspect doesn't even need to be officially charged with the crime for the property to be taken. The most commonly seized assets include cars, cash, guns, and in some cases even the house of the suspect. Once approved by the courts, the police are then allowed to keep or sell these assets. And many agencies, including Johnny's, fund themselves through this method. And to give perspective of how much this happens, the federal government has pocketed nearly $69 billion through civil forfeiture in the last 20 years. Proponents of this practice maintain that this is a way to keep criminal organizations from getting too powerful by hampering their resources, while opponents of civil forfeiture think this is essentially allowing law enforcement to commit legalized theft and is therefore a major violation of civil rights. Here's my lawyer's take on the subject.
One, the police can come in and take...
Here a real nigga take on that situation. I need my money. I need my money. What you talking? My crib? What, my car? I need my... No, gang, I ain't gonna lie. That's... It gets to a point like, okay, money I do get, but it's like my money, like, you could take a percentage, but like, all my shit, and then my car. Hey, get it to my grandma, give it to, you feel me? My house.
From getting too powerful by hampering their resources, while opponents
and then they off the too, like,
civil forfeiture think this is essentially allowing law enforcement to commit legalized...
You telling me, you seen all them fresh packs of gas? I'm talking about sealed, man. You telling me they burnt it? Come on, gang.
Therefore a major violation of civil rights.
You talking about? Hey, ain't no niggas getting rid of that gas like that.
Things that they don't know where they came from. Are they fruits of crime? Were they bought with illicit proceeds, or are they merely someone's actual stuff and cash? And there's been terrible instances where, imagine, the kid is selling marijuana out of his bedroom, small amounts, but the government will come after the parents and go after their car or even their house in some circumstances.
That's wicked.
Well, it was used.
I never knew that.
Maintaining a drug place, and so we're going to seize that asset. We see this a lot.
It's your lawyer, Tommy. Shout out Tommy Lawyer.
Imagine someone who's just trying to gather a bunch of money and go do something, buy a piece of property, buy a car, maybe save for their own house or their kids' college education. So they're squirreling away money, under their mattress essentially. And police come in for some related or unrelated reason, and they grab all that money. What's that average citizen going to do against all the government agents and all their lawyers and all the bureaucracy that's built up to take those assets?
I'm curious to hear in the comments what your take on civil forfeiture is.
In your professional opinion, what is the quality of the herb, the marijuana that we have on the table right now? Probably pretty good. Smells more like medicinal.
Could I offer my professional?
So you telling me he's gonna smoke that gas,
In
gang?
your professional opinion, what is the quality
Smells
of the
medicinal.
herb,
Like he knows medicine. He knows exactly what type of gas it is.
Good. Smells more like medicinal.
Could I offer my professional opinion?
Sure.
I think it's it. He was cheesing to that. Hey, Tommy, shout out to you. Shout out, Tommy. Vincent. Tommy the GOAT. Tommy the GOAT.
Could I offer my professional opinion?
Can I offer my professional opinion?
Did you ask them what the strain of this might be?
Yeah, they didn't know.
Is not any of that purple Urkel? Would a raid have been organized just for this amount of weed?
No. It would have taken pounds and pounds for us.
Right, what's that? That's like 2 ounces.
Tell me about the
ounce,
fake
but...
Perk 30s that's been coming up in the streets.
Oh, God. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. And they're so easy.
I'll pop a perk. They give me more stun on them.
Are not as plentiful as the fake Perk 30s that are coming out. So we'll double count all this, but these are in $1,000 stacks. So if they're all correct, that's 2, 3, 4, 5. Just this one stack right here is going to be $8 grand. Shay, on that tablet right there.
You telling me so he just paperwork, this, that, money on. I ain't gonna lie, I'm dinner up. I might be pulling up at your crib, hide the door, nigga. I'm coming. Word to bro, I ain't never lie. Nigga, y'all niggas robbing niggas. Y'all niggas just beat the op. Bet you rob niggas to get the bread. Do it, you feel me, for free. Get the bread. Do it the right way, gang. Niggas doing it wrong. They got packs of cat. I gotta quit pausing it, but.
So there's another 1,300 in the bed.
Telling me they not hitting that gas game. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. From a fentanyl crib, niggas not hitting that shit though.
$1,000 bundles. 8 $1,000 bundles.
8.
What's your guess over there, guys?
18,000. I'm gonna go with 16,700.
18,121.
I wanted a taste of what undercover work was like, so Johnny took us to an area with sketchy motels that was known for being a crime hotspot. Driving around in Johnny's car that looked like the Fedmobile, we would soon find out that the locals were not happy to see us.
So when you're navigating the hotspot,
What is a Fedmobile, bro? What's a Fedmobile? What it look like, bro?
16,700.
What it look like, Tommy?
18,121.
I wanted a taste of what undercover work was like, so Johnny took us to an area with sketchy motels that was known for being a crime hotspot. Driving around in Johnny's car that looked like the Fedmobile, we would soon find out that the locals were not happy to see us.
Bro, what is
hotspot?
Chevy? What do you got, bro?
What's going through your head?
Well,
In the Tahoe, what do you
you're
have,
looking
man?
for what's out of the ordinary. So you have this crew.
The
walking over here.
Fedmobile is crazy.
Something looks like it's happening.
Something's going on.
They probably hot as hell. Johnny
know.
just pulled up.
She disappeared. Either he could have sold to her and she's going up to use, or he's buying and she went up to get the product.
Is this a circumstance where the ant leads to the queen?
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, I did see a raid. Yes, I was in Terre Haute, Indiana, in college. I was in college, seen a raid at a motel. This is about exactly like they put up in trucks and like pickup trucks, normal shit, undercover cars, hopped out, bulletproof vests. Word, raid in that bitch. You know it'd be straight.
Is it
Man, hoes walking around that bitch. Yep, that's what they call
a
hoes.
circumstance where the ant leads to the queen?
Street walk,
Yeah, I mean, you
walking
take
around
it
that
as far as you
motherfucker.
can.
And
I go
it was
with the
by my college, bro. I
We
remember
get
that
the
shit.
user with,
Remember seeing that shit with my nigga
Instagram or
Pat.
a
Pat, if you watching
quarter
this,
gram,
shout out to
half a
you,
gram.
gang. I ain't
We
seen you in a
flip
minute.
them
I ain't talked to you in years, but
to
hey,
their dealer.
forever my
We
dog.
get them, we flip them.
College
to their
dog, man.
supplier, to their
Shout out my
middle
nigga
supplier.
Pat, gang.
So it's a game of dominoes in a way.
It is. See, that's occupied. There's a guy in the driver's seat backed in right there. It's not going into the hotel. He's been approached at least by one street person. She could have bought from him a while ago.
Yeah, he moving dope for sure.
Maybe put it up in a room for later. Who knows?
Have you had any close calls doing
That
undercover
was in a
work?
blacked out
Yeah. I had a few,
Malibu. He moving weight,
went through
gang.
neighborhood,
We ain't
lady
even gotta
walked
talk about it.
through the hood and waved me down, so I stopped. And she tried to sell me some crack. 2 different ways. 2 different kinds
Both
of crack.
types
I
of
guess
crack,
you could
huh?
say. Yeah.
But then did we heard about in Tommy Chicago video? We heard about him. She said it be police that they be doing it to. The ones he didn't bought her crack multiple type of ways.
Damn, you must have looked like a good customer.
And that turned into me trying to arrest her. That turned
Cap.
into her fighting, and then that turned into her pimp coming out and fighting with her against me. So I was 2-on-1 for about 6 or 7 minutes. This was the days before tasers.
Uh-oh, the guy that was
Yeah, I'm watching him.
He capped. He bought her a little
And,
crack.
the guy
And
behind
he put it
you
in.
was
She
like,
walked him into the pimp out because she knew who he was. And then he was squabbling for 6 to 7 minutes by himself. Then word, you feel me? See, niggas will tell you the story. They just don't tell you how it really went. You feel me?
But
Nah, let me quit playing with dog. Well, Johnny hot, boy, backing in.
This sketchy potential criminal reverse Uno'd us.
That
You see,
Malibu.
instead of Johnny pursuing him, he began pursuing us in an aggressive manner. Folks, in the shadowy underworld, the laws of the jungle apply, and territory can be fought over fiercely, and apparently we were not welcome here.
Oh, he's speeding up.
Oh, he'll be fine.
He's trying to get up on the director of drug task force car.
Yeah, he tweaking. Right.
Let's see if he follows me in here.
It's cool until it ain't, gang. You tweaking.
Yeah, I didn't think he was.
You gonna call the boys on him?
No, I was fixing to stop him.
Right, you gonna get his ass. He tweaking.
Is he still sitting there?
Nah, if a nigga follow you in there though, he want to smoke. Yeah, nigga don't want to smoke. He might want to know who you is, but a nigga don't want to smoke.
That's the kind of stuff right there. I mean, that's in every neighborhood. Like, you come in to a neighborhood, you're not known in that neighborhood, you're not welcome in that neighborhood. They're going to be coming up on you, they're going to stop you, they're going to want to know what you're doing there. And that's the part of, you know, the undercover risk.
Man, this is a job that puts hair on your chest, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I tried doing it for 23 years.
Grown ass man.
Absolute pleasure.
Yep.
Thank you, man.
pleasure.
Shout out little
Folks,
Johnny.
stay in school. Don't do drugs.
Yes,
except
sir.
for the ones that he can't find. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
W Tommy, he ain't find that gas I'm on right now, man. Miami gangster rappers, Japanese underworld leads. For that is Tommy. See, Tommy, what I'm saying, Tommy. I'm gonna start glazing again. Greatest channel on YouTube. Let's keep it a bean. We ain't got a lot. Like, he just sat me down for 41 minutes. Who else doing that, dude? Like, off a video. Word. Shout out little Tommy Himothy. I ain't gonna lie, great video, Tommy. That was lit. Shout out to y'all boys. Love y'all boys, man. Chase your dreams, gang. Like I was saying at the beginning, bro. Like, this nigga Tommy G got a fucking TV show, nigga. What the fuck did I just watch? I just watched the episode of Tommy G's documentary channel. Like, come on, gang. Shout out Tommy. W video. Love y'all boys, gang. Chase your dreams, bro. One life. Yeah, man. Go for it. My hair dry as hell. I'm finna do my hair, go to work. And you feel me? Gang shit.